Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's Sunday out here. Up here in Canada, we are on a 3-day weekend. Happy Valentine's to all you lovers out there. Lovers in a dangerous time.
As a worker or employer
One
navigating
moment here, just checking the audio, seeing if you guys can hear me. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. It is 1:55 on a Sunday. You will hear some audio feedback here in just a moment. I'm watching both ads on my account right here. Checking the okay, we've got audio, everyone. Boom! Shalaka-lak, boom. That's good news. It's Sunday. I don't know what for you guys it is. A holiday up here tomorrow for me, and I'm pretty pumped about that. This weekend has flown by too quickly. A lot of work getting done over here. Real estate is picking up. The springtime market. I went and viewed a house today, and the guy liked it. He liked it so much he wants to write an offer when he gets home tonight. So we're gonna lowball it, and we'll see how it goes. What is this? Sign into chat? No, I don't want to do that. No, we're gonna get rid of that. Yeah, we're gonna lowball it. We'll see how it goes. The market is pretty terrible right now here in Ontario, Canada. Interest rates have gone down quite a bit over the last couple of years now. I think we've had 7 interest rate declines, and but still things are too expensive. Houses went way up over COVID, and now they're filtering down over here. So we're experiencing that right now. But I just had what a wild weekend. Friday, 4 house showings. Probably the coolest dude I've ever met. Him and I got along super well. He said the F word about 8 times in our first conversation. I knew it was going to be good. So he might be buying a house. Just checking his finances first here. Then yesterday I showed an apartment to a lady. She's perfect for it. So hopefully we can get her in here. And then today showed that house to my guy, and then tomorrow another apartment to a different person. So busy. Still making phone calls, trying to get more clients over here. That's the name of the game. But thanks for joining me today, everybody. Hopefully you're doing great. I'm just gonna test. Yeah, okay, good. I can move me around. That's good. I'm using a new software over here. Newish. I've only used it a couple times, but yeah, hopefully it works out for us. Apparently, if you hit subscribe and you're a public subscriber, you have a public account, a chime will go off. If you become a member, you get some sort of chime as well. That's fun, right? It's fun. Housing in Alberta, fairly busy too. Yeah, the spring market. I'm attacking it because I still have my full-time job that I'm wanting to quit. And so if I can sell a full-time job's worth of salary, then I'm quitting. It's going to take a bit, but we'll make it happen. I'm grinding over here. I almost spilled that coffee. Anyways, hope you guys are doing really, really well wherever you're tuning in from around the world. Appreciate the time you give me. Looking in the chat, I got some regulars in there. 88 Meta Mania, how you doing? Dividend Degenerate Double D in the house. What's up? Wolf's going down. How you doing, Wolf? And yeah, be sure to say hi in the chat here. If you're not subscribed, that's why you can't comment. Make sure you subscribe first, and then we'd love to hear from you. So today I was about to do a recorded video, and the software, everybody. First, the audio wasn't recording. Then it just turned off 6 minutes into my recording. I said, EFFF space it. And I said, I'm just going to do it live. So I'm going to do the recorded version of what I was about to do live with you guys right here. What's really great about this is I can see your input at the same time. Yeah, should be good. So I saw a tweet a couple of days ago on the old Twitter machine here. It was from this person here, Alice Mia. And Alice Mia said, these 6 ETFs, honestly, what am I missing? This feels like the best of the best. Every major income sector covered and structured in a way that I don't have to worry about the future. Now, let's deconstruct that tweet a little bit. Oh, there I am. We'll deconstruct that tweet a little bit and go backwards, right? So I think you should always have some concern and always look at your portfolio, see how things are performing. pay attention to the different sectors out there. If there's a bubble, a burst, a pop, a boom, a pin drop, whatever, right? So I wouldn't say I would never be not worried about something, but she's trying to cover all of these different major sectors right here, right? So major sectors. So I'm going to look at all of those in this video today, this live. And we'll kind of compare them. We'll dissect them a little bit. We won't do too deep of a dive into each fund. I don't want to go into their websites and really analyze what they have and how they're doing their business. I just want to see how they performed in the last, 3 months, 6 months, a year, and then total, right? How's that sound? Sound good to you guys? You into it? By the way, I got my 125 push-ups under my belt today. That felt good. I'm now at 1,500 total for the month of February. Doing it for men's mental health. I'm also doing it for my physical strength. I became a big old fatty over the last couple of years, and I'm trying to reduce the fatty and, develop some pecs. The shoulders are coming in nice, and I have lost 10 pounds so far. However, I haven't weighed myself this week, so I'm hoping it's a little more. I ate pretty well this week. Salads, eggs, protein, like a lot of eggs, actually. Chicken, beef, a lot of protein this week. So we'll see how it goes over here. Jumping in the chat real quick before I dive into this. Hey, what's going on, More Sugar? How you doing, buddy? Wooly Bully, sold majority of your Alti, $35 a share. Yeah, I feel you on that one. We'll see where I'm at here in a few weeks. Yeah. Josh the Vegan's in the house. What's up, Josh? How you doing, buddy? Mr. Bicca. I wouldn't call myself that. I mean, if you look, I bought another $100 yesterday. If you look at my Bitcoin, it's like, I don't know. I think I own 0.001 something. So not even close to a full one, but I'm enjoying the journey for sure. All right, let's take a look here. So the first one on her list is TSPY. Now, I automatically just thought to myself, there are other options out there other than TSPY. But we'll go with this list, right? So TSPY versus the SPY here. So the S&P 500. Had a friend over the summer, their financial advisor got caught stealing money from old senior citizens. I think it was $1.2 million in stolen money. And luckily, their accounts weren't touched. They were only doesn't sound right. They're only attacking the senior citizens. So my friends were okay, but she said, "What would you invest in?" I said, "Absolutely nothing that I would recommend is what you should invest in, because I'm in these crazy funds and high yield things, and I would hate to see you lose your money just in if anything happened." And so what I told her was, most people out there that don't have a huge amount of knowledge in stocks really should get financial advice. But a lot of people, they really love the S&P 500, right? If you look at it historically, if you look at it over the last 50 years, it traditionally brings in money, right? It progresses. I think 5 or 6 out of 50 years, it's been down. But traditionally it goes up anywhere from 1% all the way up to, like, I think one year was 35% it went up, that could have been the COVID year actually, but crazy times, right? So this one, now I said to her, if you do the S&P 500, there's a couple different versions. We have VFE, we have the VOO, we have the S&P 500. If you are going to do it, I'll go over the different fees with you, but don't come back to me if we have a stock market crash, because that's not my money I'm putting in there. So the tweet said TSPY, right? So by Tap Alpha here. Now, over the last year, this didn't perform very well. It actually went down 3.27%, whereas the S&P 500 in the last 1 year went up 11.53%. So that's about a 15% difference between TSPY and the S&P 500. What I'll do is I'll pull it up over here. And this is as far as I got in my recorded video, by the way. So we'll compare it to the VOO. So I'll put the VOO downtown here, and we'll compare it from day one of TSPY, which was in 2024, August 15. 2024. You can see they're very, very similar in terms of total return. So when you look at the stock chart, down 3% in the year, but in the total return, because it does pay you a distribution, it's paid out pretty good. TSPY is in the black here. Total return since it came out August 15, 2024 is 24%. So I want to change it up. I want to go, let's go January 1st, 2025. Now, remember, last year, right around this time, we were in panic mode. Things were going down. They were yelling timber. There it is right there. So in the last year and, let's call it 13 months, 15 days, 16% total return. That's pretty darn good. I can handle that for sure. You know, not too shabby, especially considering this massive dive down right here. I don't want to keep playing the April 4th to April 7th game, so you can see it for yourself. If you hadn't been invested in those exact down periods, then you would have been cooking right now. But for the last year and a month here, doing very, very well. The VU obviously doing well as well, so 18%. So the thought process in this entire video was, do we want to have, 6 core positions to pay me a decent distribution and my share price go up a little bit here too, right? So far so good with that pick, TSPY. Now I know NEOS has another fund out there that's done really, really well too. So maybe, incorporate that in instead. There's probably a couple others out there that you guys like, but for this example, we've got TSPY sitting here. Next one is a NASDAQ play. NASDAQ stock is the QQQ, right? Invesco QQQ. So it's done very, very well, up 11% over the last year here. The NASDAQ play that was mentioned in that tweet is TDAQ. So again, by Tap Alpha. I don't know if she's affiliated with them or not, but whatever, right? Seems to be doing okay. It's up just a touch here. But let's go check out QQQ versus TDAQ. More sugar prefers weights. I got the weights down there. I'm going to start incorporating those into what I do over here as well. So let's check out TDAQ versus QQQ. This came out September 4th, so it's a very fresh fund. And, up 6%. So it's only been out for 5-ish months now. Up 6% in that time. That's pretty good. It's not too bad at all. I can handle that. Yeah, so we can't really go too far back on this one. I mean, QQQ is up 4.89 in that time, right? So good for TDAQ for doing better in that brief window. Now, can this be something that you see in your portfolio? I'm sure a few of you would like it in your portfolio. Again, for me, it's a no, just because I have other things that I invest in, but that's not the point of this video. It's just to kind of go over the different funds. Now, Tap Alpha has a pretty decent website. I did cruise around that a little bit before the video started here, and easy to look at, easy to kind of understand. There's some good videos on there as well. Yeah, before you invest, know what your risks are, understand that sort of downside risk. So you can see the share price didn't do so hot since it came out, but still paying out a distribution every single month. That's nice. That is nice, right? It's nice. Let's look at the next one. Actually, I'll go back to the chat. Wolf's got TDAQ, GPIC, and TSPY, and growing at SPY. Nice. That's awesome, Wolf. Yeah, so it's funny, eh? If you had to talk to us 2 years ago, it would have been a lot different story, right? Index ETFs will make you money long-term, but options-based ETFs haven't proven themselves yet because they haven't been around very long. It's such a good statement. It's very true. They're fresh, right? They've just been out for, what's the longest one been? 3 years? 4 years? Something like that. So they haven't experienced these down markets too much. And yeah, you're totally right on that one. Let's look at the next one. Energy infrastructure, I think, is what she wanted to write here. MLPI. To be frank, actually my name is Mike, but to be frank, I haven't heard of this one. So in the last year, it's cooking though, up 11%, especially in the last month here, hasn't it? Right. So if we go 1 month, up 10.66%. Wow, so it's doing really, really well. This one is called MLPI. We won't do any comparison on this one just because I don't want to. MLPI, and then we'll hit enter. The website I'm on, if you guys want to go check it out for yourselves, is called dividendchannel.com. And we can go here and investigate how well it's performed. Now, holy smokes, this has been out for 15 years now, which is pretty impressive. Look at that total. Is that, no, there's something going on here. Total return, 334%. I don't believe that. You know what? I'm going to change it. Let's go for the last year here. 2025. I know it's just slightly more than a year, but that's okay, everybody. Let's settle down over here. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit more reasonable. Yes, so this one is from NEOS, and in the last year, up 14.29%. You can see here right around January is when it really took off to get up to that number there. So that's pretty good. I actually am curious a little bit more. So dividends reinvested was $1.31 you got back in distributions in that year and a month. Let's go look at share price of it again here, $55. Not too bad at all. Energy funds coming in hot right now, so not bad at all on that one. I'm still drinking coffee at 2:12 p.m. I'm gonna try and get the boys together tonight to play some poker, and I just got a new table, chairs. So we'll see. We'll see if I can make it happen or not tonight. Yeah, and we need at least 4, right? 4 minimum for some poker, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe they might be busy. Last night I was like, let's go play some poker, boys, and then one's like, it's Valentine's Day. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Whoops. Let's look at the next one, NIHI. I've heard a little bit about this one recently. NIHI in the last year here. Looking at, I mean, it just came out in September, by the way, but up 6.55% in share price. Yep, there you go. Let's check it out over here with this one, NIHI. Why don't we compare it to the other one that we just put up there? Why not, right? Bob's our uncle. So we'll just take a look at the blue here. So again, oh, sorry, this is since, yeah. So what am I looking at here? When did this come out? December 18th, 2025, I guess? I don't know. You know what? Let's get rid of that other one. I don't have time or patience for deciphering that code. We'll hit enter and we'll just look at it on its own. Yeah, okay. September 17, 2025. Doing okay, up 11.5%. So not too shabby there at all. 11.5%. That's good. It's not great, but it's good, right? And so that's the point of that tweet was, is it a well-rounded fund that will bring in some consistent income? In that year and a half, it's brought in $2.32 in distribution. Okay. All right. Nice. And it's so funny, right? I got to get into the mindset over here, everybody, that like I'm just like balls to the wall over here trying to get yield and income and money and all of that. But, 11% in a year and a half is decent. That's for sure. Especially, if that's maybe not your biggest play. Decent. I'm curious about the next one here, real estate. Now, the biggest real estate, one of the biggest real estate ETFs out there is O. I remember that was all of the craze during the COVID era. Right around COVID, everybody loved O. I haven't heard much about it lately, but let's take a look at IYRI. And in the last year, down 2.58% in share price. So, there's that big dip. If we go from that till now, it's actually up 11%, everybody. So let's be realistic here. We won't be so down on everything, right? Remember, we had a huge fall last year. So let's go see what it looks like inside of here, the dividendchannel.com. Boom. All right, January. Hey, look at this. Little baby just came out basically, right? January 15th, 2025. This came out 13.44%. That's good. I can handle that. I'll take that home all day. In a year, put 10 grand in. You still got 1,100. Now that's if you're dripping. All of these examples is if you're dripping your shares, letting it reinvest for you. Without the drip, you would be up 11.6%. So you probably took that money and invested it in something else during that time. But yeah, it's still both good. What are you guys thinking so far? Out of all of these funds we talked about so far, which one have you enjoyed the most? Wolf made coffee? Oh man, I drink my coffee black. Wolf? TSYY? Yeah, you know what? I'll do another video on TSYY. It was a good video for sure. All right, cool. We have a couple more of them. We're going to chit-chat over here until the cows come home. Family's gone. They are off visiting my mother-in-law. I had to go and show a house this morning, so I wasn't able to go watch it. I wasn't able to go view and hang out with my mother-in-law. That's what I'm trying to say over here. Woo! So I got to hang out with you guys, which is pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah. All right, last one on that list is gold. I love gold. I have nothing with gold in my portfolio. Also a NEOS fund here. 1 year on that one it came out June 5th, so up 24%. You know, let's go a month, right? Up 5.5%. Where's January on this list? Well, there's December 30th till now, up 10.74%. So gold's obviously cooking. Well, I mean, it had a bit of a hit recently, but cooking. I was watching some Gold Rush last night. They talk about record highs and that sort of thing in that show. There's all of the distributions so far, hovering around 50 cents. And it appears to be monthly that they're paying out every 4 weeks, monthly, whatever you want to call it. And here's your total return. Wow. Okay, that's amazing. 35%. Wow. Gold, right? That's amazing. I'm excited for Bitcoin to do that this year. Can we make it happen, Bitcoin? Right? What if you didn't drip? 33% total return. So whenever we are watching these funds and we're looking at their share prices, you know, you might not get super excited about the share prices, but you know, if you look at total return, that's a really exciting number. For me, I'm in the accumulation phase of life. I'm not in the using any of that money phase yet. And so I'm just building every single month into my account and trying to grow assets inside of there. Yeah, so there you go. That's the lineup. If I had to maybe change a couple of those from here, I'd maybe go with some of the NEOS. I mean, maybe she didn't want to go with NEOS all the way there. But QQQI's performed really, really well in the NASDAQ area. That's been really good for sure. I would probably, just because I'm a degen over here, I'd probably add some Bitcoin in there. IBIT's has been hit hard, obviously, in the last year. But I'd probably add something to do with Bitcoin in there too. But again, I'm kind of a degenerate that way. Let's see here. I'm going to go through the chat. 11 NEOS funds in your NEOS portfolio. That's awesome. 140K total, generating $17.50 a month. Love that. Plus, like, they've been doing great, you know, in terms of share price too. Relatively flat, slightly up, right? So you're most likely pretty happy with your investment so far over there. So good job. Have I talked to you before? Farout Lena? How do I say your name? Out, Lena. Hope you're doing great. Thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate you. That's so awesome. Wolf, I own TSYY. Has been consistent but losing NAV. That's why I looked at it the other day and it did look like it was going down. TSYY stock. Let's go look at it here. Oh, yeah. Is that the right one? Not good. Not good at all. Like, I know you're getting distributions, but that is going to reverse split any second now. First time commenting? Look at me. I pay attention to this stuff. Yeah. Welcome. TSYY, not good. Down 20% total return. I am looking at the right one, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. Red bad. Green good. I don't know. I don't know. Tough to say. TSYY. I mean, Granite Shares funds, just from an outsider standpoint, don't appear to do very well in share price. They have a lot of downside to share price. Maybe they pay out too much, or I don't know, the strategy's not really working too well for them. Tough to say from my standpoint, just because I haven't really researched them too much. But yeah, interesting. They all lose NAV, but I guess you can't have it both ways. Yeah. You know what though? Take a look at, well, let's go QQQI. QQQI. Like, this one is an interesting fund. It's been out for just over a year, over 2 years. Yeah. So there it is, 40% total return. So share price is going up a little bit too. We'll go look that up now, but I mean, that's good, right? If you had $10,000 into it. QQQI. Let's go 1 year. Yeah, true enough, right? It's down 3.39%. We go from the lows of last year till now, though, up 23% share price. Boom. That's perfection right there. That's really, really good. Since it's come out, up 4.63. So if you ignored that dip, oh my gosh, you would be absolutely ecstatic about your investment. So I mean, for me, I don't know. I probably wouldn't go TDAQ. I'd probably go QQQI if you forced me to pick one or the other. But yeah, there's lots of options out there these days, right? Tons of options. That's for sure. Wolf, don't reinvest the dividends. There you go. Wolf with a great comment up top. Wooly, we all have to do what makes us happy with the money we have. Oh, such a good comment. I can't click it or do anything with it, but good comment. I'm happy if I get to house money. Yeah. Yeah, before it won't go to zero. You know, I don't think that's going to go to zero. I think what they'll do is a reverse split on it. And then I don't think they've done reverse splits over there before, but I don't think they plan on making it zero because they still want your money, right? And so your money's got to be in there to make money. So yeah, interesting thought process. Yeah, cool. Clive, you're in the house. What's up, buddy? You're the reason I'm doing this video. I'm glad you're here. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're good. My cousin just texted me and wants to take her daughter snowmobiling some weekend. Wow. Interesting. Snow's melting right now. Should have been here for the last month and a half. So we're getting set up. Hey, do you guys in the US have a holiday tomorrow? You guys have a holiday, or is it an open trading day in the US? Let me know. I need to know. A couple more things on my account over here I'll share with you guys, just so you can see it. We'll go here, and we will go here. Boom. And where do I want to go? Options. Let's go to my options here. You hit the LCBO? Nice. Nice. I picked up these, oh, what is it from? So shoot. These mixed drinks. Oh, Canadian Club mixed drinks from Costco. So I got a 2-4 of those. Everything's closed tomorrow? What's the holiday in the US tomorrow? I don't even know. Up here it's called Family Day. So we're gonna spend some time with the fam. It's gonna be good. Yesterday for Valentine's Day, I refuse to buy my other half stuff on Valentine's Day. We buy whatever we want, whenever we want. We control our own money. I refuse to spend money on Valentine's Day for her, but for the first time ever, I spent money on Valentine's Day, and I spent it. It's cool. And you can see all of the different plays. It's been super basic, super simple, really not time consuming at all. The only thing that took time was finding the plays and then going back and forth looking at their options, how much premium they're going to pay every so often. So that's the only thing that took time, but doing the actual button clicking of options trading was pretty simple. Well, this Friday, Questrade usually closes your options or what's the word I'm trying to look for here? Actions your options after 2 p.m. But when I woke up, turned on my brokerage account, boom, this had been actioned right here. So they said, because CLSK was under $10 at the time, my strike price was $12. Well, they went in and actioned it. So exercise, that's the word I'm looking for. They exercised that option at $12 strike price. So I now own CLSK. And that's cool at $12. So I was going to go ahead and do a covered call at $12 for 3 weeks from now. I was going to do that on Friday, and that was going to generate me $51. So that's great. But I thought, you know what? Let me wait till Monday around 11 or even Tuesday around 11 to see if that premium decreases or increases, because Friday was kind of a meh day. So I said, you know, I'll just wait a day or two. So I now own 100 shares of CLSK. This is the wheel. I plan on just setting my strike price right at $12. I don't know. Maybe I get greedy and say $12.50 on it, and I'll collect my premium from that. So, you know, that'll be anywhere between $30 and $50, and that just goes into my total profit column over here whenever that happens, and then I'll set my my strike. So actually, that goes over on the new one. I haven't done a cover call yet since I started doing the cash secured put. So I guess it's going to go over on the right over here. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. Again, it's not a lot of money. It's about, well, it's $1,200. I started with $1,600. Now I only have one option out there. It is CLSK. It's $1,200. So that 400 is just sitting there in cash. I was doing other things with like Open. I was looking at Big Bear AI, but their premiums weren't good enough, and it was just too risky. The delta was too high, and then whenever I went to a 20% delta, it really brought down the premium. So I just didn't like it. It wasn't for me. So CLSK is my only one right now, which is going good so far. Yeah, you can see all the different plays in CLSK. A lot of rolling over there. Bitcoin ever comes back. Bitcoin, are you ever going to come back? If Bitcoin ever comes back, then we'll be okay. But if it stays down in the basement forever, I'll have to do covered calls at 12 or 12.50 for the rest of my life, and I'll bring in some income over that time. Yeah, President's Day, gotcha. Michael Anthony in the house. How you doing, buddy? You always have the ones I have no idea about. I've never heard of them. I probably, when I look them up, I might know. PD? What is that? What did you say that you bought? Oh, so I bought CLSK. Well, I started trading options. You can see it right here, December 19th. So 2 months ago. I started at 12.50 cash secure put with it. I'll highlight the whole row here for you. It's under the black line there. 12.50. It made me $30. And then I rolled it on January 9th, and it made me another $56. Then I rolled it again for expiration date of January 30th, made me another $61. And then down here, I guess I rolled it until February 13th. And then down here, the share price of CLSK. Oh, I did it one more time. I rolled it down too from $12.50 to $12. And that made me $41. Now it's below. February 13th went by. It's below the $12. So I got auto assigned those shares. Even though I was like, well, I'm before 2 o'clock, I can roll them again. And anyways, I got assigned, which is okay. So at $12, and so CLSK goes up and down between 7 and 15 all the time. So not super worried about it. And If it goes to $0, that's $1,200 out of my pocket minus all of the little premiums I got here. So it's not going to take the cheese out of my macaroni. It's a safe play in terms of my account. It won't cripple me, if that makes sense. So whatever, right? C'est la vie. Now, if I did that times 10 strike prices, then I'd be freaking out a little bit right now. Oh my God, it's $2 below my strike, or below my average cost. I'd be annoyed right now. But it's just one. It's just 1,200, which is not massive on my account. But yeah, there you go. 25 humans, how are you doing? What are you drinking right now? How are you watching this? Are you on a cell phone? Are you on a laptop, a tablet? Clive's watching me on the big screen, 70-inch TV. Me and Sir Henry and Clive watching. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to go through the chat here. Buying one share of BTCI. Nice. Oh, per day. Nice. That's awesome. 4%, 3% of my portfolio. Nice. That's great. I mean, they're not going to cripple you, right? That whole conversation again. Do I think Bitcoin will ever take off again? Yeah. There's a lot of like speculation on manipulation happening right now. So I'm amped up for it. I'm just DCA, dollar cost averaging, into Bitcoin right now. And I just bought another $100 yesterday of Bitcoin at just in the 68,000 range. I still have my $1,000 hanging around. The reason I laugh, my other half's like, "Don't you dare!" I was like, "I'm doing it. You can't stop me." So I'm gonna put that 1,000 in if it hits 53,000 again. I mean, it's just hovering right now around the 69,000 mark. I was waiting for 69,420 to get a good screenshot for the channel here, but I didn't see it hit that. So that's sad. It was close though. So yeah, I think it'll come back, but time's on my side. I don't know what your situation is. For me, I don't actually care at all what the price is right now. I care what the price is 10 years from now. That's what I care about. So it could take off today and I'd be like, well, shoot, I don't have what I want in there yet. Or it could sit at what it's doing right now and I could just build slowly over time. It could sink down to 53 grand. I could put what I want into it. You know what I mean? So I'm not sitting here going like, come on, you need to go up Bitcoin. It's not like I'm not at the ponies right now. I'm just sitting here minding my own business, dollar cost averaging it, if that makes sense. So I don't really care what it does right now. I care what it does 10 years from now. I don't know. How do you feel about that? Jamie Dimon's buying? If Jamie Dimon's buying, then it's going to go up. Jamie Dimon hates Bitcoin, right? Yeah. Yeah, Wolf, you got a lot of crypto, a lot of Bitcoin specific funds. You got a lot of funds though. You seem like you're pretty spread out, which is good, right? Diversification. Everybody say that word with me one time slow. Diversification. Clive, you sold some gold? I love gold. That's a keeper. Nice. Man, that picture you sent me was awesome. Just look, it actually made me want to go buy some. Bitcoin will come back, but you need extreme patience to invest. Yeah, man, that's. I didn't read what you said, but we nailed it, didn't we? More sugar? We freaking nailed it right there, didn't we? Yes, we did. Man, I hope you guys are doing great wherever you are in the world. Snow's melting here, which is good. My snowbank is still 8 feet tall, so that's fun. But yesterday I took down the snowbank on that side of my house because last year or 2 years ago it melted into my garage. I had 1.5 inches of water. So I took down the entire snowbank, snowblowed it to that side of the yard, away from the house. So we're doing some preventative measures over here. I still have to go and buy a new sump pump. The one I have right now is old. Doesn't go on its own. You have to manually make it go. And who's got time for that, right? Boom. Also got my oil change today, everybody. How much is it? Hold on one second. How much is an oil change where you guys live? So I got oil change. Oh, let's see. Here it is right here, my receipt. I got two things that cost money. Oil change and fuel system cleaner. My car is 74,000 or 76,000 kilometers. How much would that cost where you live? Oil change, synthetic oil, and a fuel system something cleaner put in there. Put your numbers. Tell me how much you think that costs. If this is your first time to a live, you're thinking, WTF is this guy talking about right now? $100, Wooly Bully says. $100. It's the only comment we got. Okay. Yeah, so oil change for Toyota RAV4, so synthetic oil, is, let me see here. It is $125.99. Holy smokes. That price has gone up $25 since the last time I got an oil change. That's too much. And then the fuel system was another 100 and I just put it away. I'm not looking at it again. The total cost between the two of them, 200 and I'm looking at it. I want to make sure I get this right. It's insane. Oh, I'm glad I looked at it. $290.36. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. They're like, do you want to get tires here too? I said, no, I don't. $290. Get out of here with that. That's with a $20 coupon. So that's what I spent my money on today. Excited about that. Honda with 250,000 miles. 250,000 miles. So that's probably around 380,000 kilometers, I would say. Now I need to know. Let's do this. Let's Google it. How many kilometers is 250,000 miles? I said, what did I say? 380? Oh, I was way off. That's 400,000 kilometers? Good for you. That's really, really good. That's like incredible. Good for you. Wow. So my Toyota RAV4 is at 75,000 right now. Woof. Crazy. Let me go back up to the top up here. You got Cherry Neutral. Very nice. Bitcoin goes up. So does my income. 100%. Biddy is only 4 months into its bear. CBK's in the house, everybody. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing great. 8 more months to go. All right, loading up over here. Buying 20 shares of IBIT per week when the price is below $45. Nice, so you got a target to get prices under that target. I like that. I just wanted to tell the host and everyone in the chat, I feel blessed by the universe to be able to learn from everyone. Thank you. Hey, thank you for being here. My name's Mike, by the way. You can call me the host, though. Clive, that's crazy. Under $100. Now, is that synthetic oil in the Mazda? Because that's the difference, right? Just regular oil or synthetic oil. Synthetic is crazier, more expensive. 5 quarts of oil for a car. Yeah, 6 quarts. So you can get it done for $50. I'm coming over. Michael Anthony. I'm on my way. Actually, I don't need it right now. I'll be there in 8,000 kilometers. GBTC is still king of the BTC ETFs, even though it no longer pays dividends. Ooh, $8 a share went to $99 when it gets back down to 15 to 30. Wow, that's crazy. I don't know if I've ever really heard of that before, CBK. That's amazing. It's pretty cool, man. What about you guys? Anybody here interested in starting options, doing the wheel, anything like that? If you do ever plan on starting the options wheel, My suggestions, a few of them are buy things that you are okay with owning, or sorry, sell puts on things that you are okay with owning, because stock market can do whatever it wants, right? You may end up owning it, or you're gonna be annoyed if you own it. So for me, I'm not annoyed that I own CLSK. I've owned CLSK like a long time ago. I actually did cover calls on CLSK a long time ago, back when it was a solar panel company. Um, so that's the first thing. You should be okay with owning that company. Second thing is, for me, like my strategy is don't go balls to the wall on these things. Like don't go with a maximum premium, 2% out. I found the delta section in Questrade, and I found the delta column and or row. I always get those mixed up, and I'm going with 20% delta. So if I need to go further out to get 20% delta, but a good premium, you can see the premiums right here. Then I'm gonna go further out to do that. And if I have to go too far out to get that, then that's probably not the play for me anymore. Like CLSK as an example down the road. And I got to go find something else that's in that $1,600 range. So I have to buy 100. I have to have enough money, cash secure put here, for $1,600. So, $16 stock or under, or $16 ETF or under, to be able to do that. So there's a bunch of these kind of meme type stocks out there, where you can trade options on, Mara, Riot, CLSK. Those are your Bitcoin mining type companies. I'm sure you could do GameStop. That's probably over 20 right now, right? AMC is still a thing out there somehow. Lots of different plays out there. Ford is something you can do them on. You won't get a lot of premium on Ford. Ford never really changes in price ever. It's been 20 years since I've invested in Ford. It's the same price. But yeah, lots of different plays out there. But yeah, that's my budget right there, 1,600, and it is growing every time. So what I do with the options premium that I get here, like the premium that I collect, I take half and leave it in the options world. The other half goes and pays off my margin. Bum, 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 bum. That was synthetic last year. I don't do a drive. Yeah, that makes sense. Right on. CBK, it's Grayscale was the first and only Bitcoin ETF before BlackRock and the rest of the banksters middlemen entered the game. Oh, I hear you on that. When they did too. Ugh. That's why you own Mara. Yeah, got you. Because they went down. Mara, lovely Mara, right? Said Charlie. Yeah, I hear you on that one. Studying options for a year while I invest in NEOS. Just haven't clicked for. Yeah, that's the thing too, right? So not just like the information hasn't clicked for you, like on how to do it. Maybe you just don't like the stocks that you can afford to get into as well, right? So double click potentially. There's a guy on YouTube. His name is Brad Finn. Phenomenal watch. Super easy to understand how to do everything. Also, ChatGPT is really good at explaining it too, on how to do it. So, like, if you want to do the wheel as an example, so you got to sell a put, ask ChatGPT. I use Robinhood. How do I sell a put on this stock? Give me some recommendations, right? ChatGPT can help you with that. One of the tips I got a long time ago was know how to close your option before you do the option as well, right? So, like for me, I don't buy puts, none of that business. I'm just selling puts, so I know what my cost is on something. So that's something I do. Selling puts, selling covered calls. That's all I'm up to over here. TIGR is a brokerage that shares look cheap with upgrades to 14 and 1750 by Citigroup. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, nice, very good. Options earned income versus capital gains. Also, it makes a big deal when tax time comes around, such as now. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, here's what I've made so far: 282, and but that's last year and this year, I guess now. So last year was 38. Not much, right? I started kind of late in the year. And this one here, so $112 in premium I made. So like you said, for tax season, I'll have to pay tax on that. Big time. Big time. Let's see here. PAGS looks cheap. 12-cent dividend each quarter. Nice. Mine doesn't grow when I get cash. I buy ETFs, except for some cash I keep to do options. Yeah, samesies, Wolf. Samesies over here. I'm looking at doing options on TQQQ, but I need to save more money first. Yeah, makes sense, right? You got to be able to afford it first before you can get into it. All right. Very good conversation today. Let's do a recap on all of the different topics. So we went through this tweet right here. We analyzed it. I think it's a pretty good tweet. That's the reason I brought it up. So go give Alice_Mia_X a follow. Also give me a follow on Twitter if you're not already, at Wealthy2034. But yeah, she said, TSPY, TDAQ, MLPI, NIHI, IYRI, and then the gold one, IAUI. These are all symbols of ETFs out there that generate income, that are somewhat stable out there as well. So she is saying, what's wrong with these? So far I didn't see anything wrong with those. Is there better options? Maybe, right? Depends on how risky you want to be out there. For me, on the NASDAQ one specifically, it was the QQQI I would replace that TDAQ with, but that's just me. So it might be a little bit different than you guys if you were to mimic what Alice Mia says here. But yeah, I thought it was an interesting tweet. I was going to make a 20-minute recorded video. Here we are. We're on minute 52. If you haven't hit the like button yet, could I get you to go ahead and do that for me? Let's see if we can get these videos more hype out there around the world. Also, once the video is done airing, if you go to your cell phone and you go near the like area, you can actually find the hype button. I don't know if it works for live videos or not, but the hypes are actually working. We are picking up new subscribers all of a sudden out of nowhere. So that's really good news too, for sure. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm going to head out of here. I'm going to pound the rest of this coffee over here. Head over to my parents for some ribs. Try and gather a bunch of dudes together to play some poker tonight. And we'll see how it goes. Should be a good night regardless. Go Canada, go in the Olympics. My money's on Canada, on hockey. We'll see how it goes. Usually when I shut this thing off, it cuts about 10 seconds off. So I'm going to just pause my talk and just wave at you. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. My name is Mike. Channel's name is Health and Wealth. Bye for now.